Saw that play past the parcel. She on her knees like a past apostle. We gon' take that bitch to church, cause there ain't no God in my bedroom. He got his shit, so he gonna be dead soon. I be dirty like a legume.
Welcome. We're back. We're a hot-selling idol and a charismatic singer. The playthrough is hot in pursuit of fame and fortune. Today we're getting the Stardom quest done. The Star Master, Superstar Master. We're doing Vacation Quest, and I'm probably gonna do both of these in one episode. It's not gonna be too long, don't worry, it's just like one boss. And a quick little enemy roundup. Let's start out with the gameplay for this time. So yes, we have a cave to get to, and then a few enemies to fight, and then there's a cutscene outside of the cave. So I think you can actually use evac to get directly to the cutscene. But you know, you have to walk back if you decide to do this, you know, version 6 or so. Whenever you can have the zoom stone that can zoom inside of caves and whatnot, then yes, you have to walk out of the cave, then you get your cutscene, and then you go back and whatnot. And then the next one is literally just a boss right outside of the first town. Indeed. And story-wise, our girl Chrisley, she got fucked. I'm sorry, man. It's what happens. Like I said, we are all built with certain perimeters. You know, it's nature and nurture. But it's mostly what your nurture sets you up with. Like I said, humans, we don't do what's easy. We don't do what's hard. We don't do what's simple. We don't do what's complicated. We don't do the smart option. We don't do the dumb option. We just do what we have been doing the entire time. Doesn't matter what it is. So that's what the nurture is. Essentially, your parents, your environment, the people around you from your childhood set you up with your parameters for life, and some people just got that skill. They got that aura. They got that trendsetter on them. You know, the trend stench, where people just kind of want to follow them. Some people are born into the leadership. And the problem with life is that a lot of people will distract you from that fact, especially if they see it and you don't. Then they're like, oh God, I got him. I got his ass. He said, nobody tell him. Nobody tell him. Nobody tell him he's the chosen one. But yeah, it's a crazy thing. And people like Chrisley, they just think, man, but anybody can do it because it's America, right? I can follow my dreams and I will win. I'll show you how great of a genius I am because I'm Chrisley and I was born to be the best. I'm sorry, man. Life ain't like that. Life ain't like that. But you know, she is she is a hard worker, and you have to admit that is an admirable stat. There's just certain parameters that we're set up with, like I said. It comes from what we've done in the past. And I think it all really comes down to the fact of you being or not being a doomer. And also how much of other people's opinions you decide to actually, you know, take on within your soul. If you kind of say, people are shit and retarded and I don't need to listen to them, there's gonna be a lot easier path to stardom for you. Although it seems like a lot of people want to tell us that collabing and getting to know people and networking and nepotism is the way there. It is the way there at a fast, accelerated rate, and a lot of people are so attached to this stupid, immaterial bullshit that is money, which we all dreadfully need right now. But I don't really think we need money, we just need shit to actually, you know, be affordable. We need the actual corporations to stop hogging all the shit and hugging it like a dragon and just wanting to hold it and touch it like Mr. Krabs. Because honestly, the main thing I hear from all of my rich friends is that they don't know what the fuck to do with it. They're traveling, you know, they would possibly have to just go ham on the charities, you know, and they'd still get it back in taxes. It's like they don't want you to not be rich if you're already rich. They want you to be more rich so you can just, I don't know, consume and goon, and probably hate somewhere in the middle in there, but you know, consume and goon, and fall into your doom, and never own anything. It's crazy, but yeah, you don't need the constant IOUs or validation or really anything. You have to be comfortable with the plot of land that you are allotted, you know, that you are breathing in, because that's really all we have. And the thing is, when you meet people like this, who naturally have this vibe of just like, it's gonna be alright. I don't care. People just naturally decide to follow them. They are the, once again, trendsetters. And what is fame and attention? It is a trend that people follow. And then everybody, it sort of trickles down like a pyramid. Everybody that follows after the essential, you know, wave of excitement, they don't get as much as the top of the pyramid, the trendsetter. And so the net continues, the perpetual cycle of retards being ideologically captured by getting more and more of this one thing. It continues just from one guy, one statement, one feature of life. But I think this whole cycle, this whole Final Fantasy X bullshit that we have with fame and stardom, it can end. We can destroy sin. We can. We just have to, I think, execute serviceful shaming. And I don't even really want to call it shaming. I want to call it truthing, you know? Because people need to be unashamed of the truth. But the truth, to some people, is shameful. And why is it shameful? Because you've been living a lie. Because the people around you lie to you. Because the people around you have failed you. That's just what it is. The people around Chrisley failed her. Why did nobody tell this bitch she sucks? Why did nobody tell this bitch she cannot do this? You are either born with it or you are not born with it. And so many times in this stupid fame life, man, I've seen it, you've seen it, we've all seen it. People just say, hey, you totally got it. Follow me. Do everything I say. Do everything I say and never question anything and I will make you a star. Why? Because you have the look. And I'm gonna prove that shit wrong. You do not need a look. You do not need a fashion. I feel like VTubers are here to tell us that. Like, it doesn't matter what you look like. It's in there. It's in here. And it's all from actions. Actions have nothing to do with what the fuck you look like. They got nothing to do with that. And that's how you break it into stardom. Your action creates a trend. And then you're super awesome and you're super stardomized or whatever. So it doesn't matter that that other girl looks hotter, even though she does. Christy could have done it if she had it already. But she was just set up with the wrong skill set. And I don't think she should stop being a superstar, but she's just not gonna be the best. And the thing is, this is what happens to so many people, you know, the super popular pop stars that are way up there that you will probably never reach, who have billions and billions of dollars. They were all told that you totally have it. And so they followed that one person, and then suddenly they drained them and sucked them dry until there was no paint in their soul. And now they are a hollowed husk with a bunch of IOUs and tools, you know, life support for their ass to keep them going. And it's a sad reality that the little dancer artist, whatever, that was, you know, stumbling around in the bedroom, chilling and having fun with what they were doing in the moments in their life is completely gone. It's sad, but that's reality. That's reality if you adhere to this art shit nowadays, because it's not really art, it's a business. Yeah, it's made to just be efficient. Just be efficient, man. The soul is definitely gone and people can see it. People can see it, people can feel it. They just kind of intellectualize it, you know? It's just like, look at this. Look at this, another artist. We might as well make him AI, because that's what we're trying to do anyways. We just fucking, all of these fucking new artists are trash, and they suck, and it's because we keep telling them to make the perfectly crafted song, and they want to make art that's weird, and personable to them. Like losers. But yeah, I've noticed a lot of times, so I don't really want to get into this in actual, you know, YouTube recorded videos, but this is sort of our stardom episode. I'll talk to you guys a little bit about how I'm trying to break into the music industry. So yes, I produce mostly. I can also sing. I can also do all the things, but I really like producing, right? So I decided to get into just producing jobs, mostly like stock placements. So, you know, stuff for commercials and stuff for, you know, like people's videos or sometimes even rap songs or whatever. And all the time I will get like just the most generic, make it like this, like statements of what to do or directions. And it's just like, you just go for the most popular, bland thing. Some people actually decide to use musical language, but it's so generic and basic that it's just like, and then it's like, I could get creative with this, but I know exactly what you want, and it's a cookie cutter thing that is like a math equation to do, that could take that I could snap together in 5 seconds. It's fucking Lego blocks here. But yeah, I just realized it's really not fun, especially when, you know, the feedback I get from it isn't truly the best. And that's on me, because all in all, I've noticed this with Twitch streamers too. All in all, it's just text. I'm not really talking to people, and it's more of a feeling, you know? A lot of times arguments or people getting mad at YouTubers or streamers or whatever, and all these shit, it's really just a feeling that has nothing to do with the actual message that they had in the video or whatever. And it's so sad because honestly, I think a lot of these people really had good intentions with what they were using my music for, or where it was going, or whatever. When they sent me the message, but it still didn't make me feel good. You know, it still didn't make me feel good to you know, get the song back and have to edit it to make it even more shit. And then they give it back to me and they're like, thumbs up, it's good. It just didn't feel good, you know? Results-wise, it did things, but that will not give you the stardom because it's not authentic. It's gonna give you money, sure. You know, it'll get you a road that you could define success with, quantifiably. But if you want that intangible success, that fulfillment that we're all talking about, it has to come from the aura. It has to come from the trend that you will set by being yourself. And I've always been one to do that. I noticed that. So honestly, doing the placements for me was really out of character, which is why I'm glad I did it on a random alias that shall not be named. It's not even the Freakatron one. I just, you know, decided, yeah, I'll do a couple. And it was fun. I do enjoy doing things for other people, but I realize this is a trap that a lot of people can get into, especially in creative assets. I know a lot of people who are very good at art who just, we're gonna close these commissions down. We're gonna close these commissions down. You know, because it's just not worth it to spread yourself that thin sometimes. Especially when you realize how shit the world of creativity is. And I'm so glad AI is here to make these commissioned artists really be like, it's time to get in my bag. You know, everybody's just gonna go to the stupid AI so I can make what's uniquely mine. And you gotta realize what's there for you will be there for you, no matter what time you're here to get it. Okay, so maybe we're not all made for super stardom and success. That's fucking okay. And maybe if you are, you just gotta fucking wait. But the people who are ready to chop wood and carry water forever will go the farthest in any art age. You know, it's not like that's changed at all. It's just AI is helping all the nitwits get started. Or just, you know, wallow at the bottom and create a bunch of slop forever. I think musicians really do need to get worried. Because it's not just AI you're worried about, it's me, bitch, I'm ruining this shit. No, because honestly, AI art is probably going to take over music first and audio first. Because that is what AI is most good at reading and detecting. And the reality of art, the shocking twist of performance and music in general, is that it's all fake. It's all been digital and fake for a long time. We can cut in and punch in constantly, and people want that cutted, punched, recorded, blah, blah, blah. See, it used to be so much harder to actually record and listen to music later. You know, records, you could just do one take, and you had to go over the take, like, it wasn't like Pro Tools and you could just do it automatically. I don't have all the details, but essentially, it took a lot longer to punch in. A lot longer. But now that we have the punch-ins and all the technology, people want it like that. People want it as perfect as possible. You really can't tell the difference, guys. You really can't. You probably heard some in your damn music right now. Especially if you listen to radio. Especially if you listen to Spotify. Especially if you listen to anything, playlist-wise. You know, if you put a playlist of random music on, it probably has AI in it. I'm not even joking. Probably even some of these huge lo-fi playlists that I listen to. But it is what it is. As a musician, you gotta do the same thing as those visual artists, as any artist. You just gotta chop wood, carry water, and make sure it's something you actually like to do. This is the main thing, guys. So many musicians will just keep doing something because, this gets me money though, even if it's not really what they like to do. And sure, it'll get you the dough, but if you want a flow that is unknown, a trendsetter, to twist, you know, what is understood by the world, you gotta go against the grain. And that involves a lot of annoying things. And yeah, it's really annoying that all of Hollywood is fake, but it is. You can decide to either be that and then burn out when you're not able to be fake anymore, or you can decide, hey, fuck you, world. I'm gonna be me, and you're gonna like it. You have no choice. I'm not allowing you to do anything else but like it, because people don't respect anything but massive amounts of consistency and massive amounts of dedication to a cause, you know? And my cause is understanding myself. I may not know who I am because of, you know, the whole skill acquiring arc and the tool acquiring arc that led me on a bunch of crazy Hollywood phases. Anybody who's been to LA for an artistic journey knows. I may have had that arc, but now I'm deciding that that was worth it because I've got all these skills to learn myself. You know, I may have just been taking on different masks and different phases to understand everybody else and not really focusing on me, but you know, I'm glad we've waited, you know? We sat on this vocation for a while, but now it's time to unlock the hero. The hero is here, and we're gonna grind that bitch up until, you know, he's ready to use all of the other skills and all the other sets and all the other whatnots of the other vocations. Because, you know, I definitely know how to work them all. Work them all, baby. Working it down, working it up, working around, working that butt. I knew I was gonna laugh immediately. When I said that. But yeah, I feel like that is the main guiding principle of the star. You gotta gain those tools, then you gotta say fuck you to everybody else once you got them, and just lock the fuck in. Especially now, and do that thing. Do the thing. Say the line, Bart. And that's just being yourself. If you are that, you know, some people get famous off of some retarded shit, like NPC Spider-Man. But like I said, you have a choice. You have a choice to lock in on something that you authentically just do when you're alone by yourself, or some retarded shit that is trendy and a lot of people are also doing, because that's a lot quicker, right? You have the choice. But if you do it like this, and you have time, and you're okay with not earning anything for 10 years, you know, things can turn out differently. And I think a lot of people need more authenticity. They need more weirdness. They need more people comfortable with weirdness in order for this internet to expand the right way. Because AI is helping us to expand the wrong way. Through a bunch of bullshit and fake news and Priscillas, you know? The really hot looking ladies who turn into demons when you pull out your willy. When you let them dance for you, you know? And they're like, give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money. You do not need to be a part of that. And I'm not being part of that. Peso Pete's not being part of that. Lime King's not being part of that. Actually, I don't know. I don't speak for them. I don't speak for them. They could be in a hot tub stream right now. I don't fucking know. And I'm not necessarily even talking about hot tub streams. You guys know, there's just people on the internet that you have to watch out for. It's a scary place. It's a scary place of deceit. I'd say anyone willing to do a lot for you for seemingly nothing, you gotta watch out for them. Which is why I do a lot, but it's for me. All these videos, it's because I fucking watch them, okay? It's because I love looking at this game and stroking my shit. That's it. That's all I do. I game and good and mod and good and game. No, I'm joking, but not really. But the thing is, guys, I really do just make these for myself. I do a lot, right? I do a lot. It seems like I do a lot, you know, 3 videos a day, tons of streams, yada yada yada, making the music, blah blah blah. But it really is for me. And if I wasn't doing the channel, I'd probably do the same thing. And I made sure of that by, you know, just doing the same thing for about a year before I even decided to upload. Of course, we had videos before that, but you get the whole thing. You get the whole thing. I want you to relish in the fact, you know, use all the tools from your past to create your story as well. That'll also lead you to stardom. But I'd say the main thing here, the shocking twist, is that we always had it. We always had it. You know, God is just waiting to give us it at the right time. The devil is just using the same tools to trick us and make it think it's never coming. You know, it's just a whole game. It's just a whole plot line, a bunch of bullshit. And, you gotta move on. Movement will save us. Dance it away, people, and I will see you next time. We'll put our shoes up to... Well, I don't know what the fuck we're doing next. See you later!
Pause! Resume!